more than anything, I want you to know that you are loved, that loving yourself is a journey and it's gonna be different, and that's even gonna take some time, but it's so worth it. What's up, you guys? Super excited to chat with you today about something that's just been on my heart and on my mind. And I feel like I've always been really open and honest with you guys about my own self-love journey, especially when it comes to body confidence. So I figured you deserved a little update. I feel like it's something I talk about so often on The Real, about the struggles that I've had with my own body confidence, my own self-love. And I really feel like my perspective has shifted so much that I wanted to talk to you and hopefully encourage you guys, make you feel like you're not alone if you have the same thoughts as I have, or just inspire you to change the way you think as well. Because maybe I was the way you are, and I'd like to help you get to this other side. So Lana's got some questions she's gonna ask me, and we're just gonna keep it real.
How did you get to the point of wanting to do a video about self-love and body confidence?
Lana and I we edit these episodes for All Things Adrienne, and I can sometimes be super critical to a fault where I'm like, oh, I don't like that shot. I have double chin in that shot. Don't shoot me from that angle. And we recently did the episode where Lana and I play Would You Rather. If I'm being honest, when I saw that video, I was like, why are my arms out? Because if you've ever noticed, try to find a video when I am on the thick side with my arms out. It doesn't happen. I never show my arms. And that day, if I'm just being honest, I was like, who cares? That's what made me want to shoot this video. A lot of people this last season were like, why is she always doing oversized? I like it. I like it. It makes me feel comfortable. I don't want to suck in my gut. I don't want to wear a spank every day. And I don't know if that's turning 38. Wow, that sounds quite mature. I still feel super young on the inside, and I just want to be comfortable. I want to be comfortable in my skin. I want to be comfortable in my mind, especially now with social media, like even family planning and thinking about raising my children in such a different world than what I grew up in. Like, we had Teen Magazine and 17 Magazine, and yes, there were those harsh comparisons there, but man, social media is a totally different beast. I'm not gonna lie, it is the breeding ground for comparison, and comparison is the thief of joy. And so I have been on Instagram and I've looked and been like, she has 3 babies and has a 6-pack. I haven't had one, and I can't find the discipline to have one, if I'm being honest. Lana, that's not funny. And I've joked, and I get it. It's like poking fun at yourself. Like, I'm like, oh, my sister has 2 kids. Like, it looks like I carried them though. And I'll say those things out loud, and then I'll realize why I'm saying it. It's because I'm embarrassed that maybe I don't have the self-discipline to do it. And here's the thing. We know I can do it. We know I have done it. And for some time, I was like, I want to get back there. I want to get back to losing the 20 pounds. Because guys, at this point, I lost the 20 pounds. I gained the 20 pounds. Now I'm at 125 over. Over what though? Over what? Like, I'm healthy. I am happy. And I think one of the other things that really affected me was gaining the weight during, fertility treatments. I've done 7 cycles of IVF at this point, and I've gained 20 pounds amongst that time. And I actually think it's beautiful. Genuinely, I'm not gonna get emo about it. I think that, and Lana can be a witness, during that time, it was just like, I literally don't care. Like, shoot me up. Like, I don't care. It's for my greatest desire. Like, I could have said a few years ago, oh, my greatest desire is to have a 6-pack. No, my greatest desire is to be a mom. So give me the mom bod, whatever that means for you. If that's you with your 6-pack, if that is, you got a nice thick little stubborn layer of fat on your belly, if you've got a pooch, a pouch, whatever that is, there is beauty in it. And I also recognize that I still am gonna have these goals. I'm gonna have goals of wanting that. Maybe my next goal is, okay, before 40, I'll get ripped and have like strong arms. I will attempt it, but I'm not gonna beat myself up about it anymore. Like seeing me in my spank and my bra, trying on the outfits for red carpet events. Like, I want to tell you guys to be comfortable in your skin and actually represent that and be that. Being grateful for who I am and what I am instead of trying to become something else. It's actually loving me in the now on the journey to the things I want to become, not beating myself up on the way there. I still do believe that the greatest form of self-love is self-discipline, but the greatest form of self-love is also being kind to yourself while disciplining yourself. It's not telling yourself, oh, why can't, like I literally used to get angry with myself. Like, why can't I just be these women that I see on Instagram that get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and go to these, like, why, what is wrong with me that I can't do that? Instead of talking to myself that way, I have now been like, you're tired. You deserve to rest. And rest is just as important. And I give myself that rest and I try again on every Monday. I wanna be strong, I wanna be healthy, I wanna get my fat to muscle ratio down so that I can have a healthy heart. I want to live a long life. I want to stay youthful and young so that I can run and play with my future babies for a very long time. I heard I need strong arms to carry babies. So I'm ready.
What are some challenges you faced along your self-love / body confidence journey?
I gotta embrace that I am super curvy. I've gotta embrace that I'm super short. I've gotta embrace that this is the bone structure that God has given me. And I feel like that's also a major goal of mine, is to look the way I look, be the size and the height that I am, and give fashion. And I hope that there's other girls that have a similar body type to mine that are like, she kills it and she looks like me. There's like I've got a different mindset at this point about what I think is cool. Like, if you're not sample size, designers don't want to dress you. I could literally be nominated for a Grammy, an Emmy, and literally designers will be like, I've had stylists that didn't want to dress me. And it's just like, okay. And the whole time, Lana, you know this, the whole time, I was like, if I just would lose 5 more pounds, then a stylist will want to dress me. If I just lose this much more weight, then a designer will want to, dress, like it. Yeah. So over it. Literally so over it.
What advice would you give girls struggling with accepting their self?
It's okay to create the woman that you want to be, while at the same time accepting who you already are. I heard the dopest quote the other day, and it was, you can grieve and grow at the same time. I can grieve that Y2K body that all of you guys post on TikTok, and I'd be like, I don't look nothing like that anymore. Who is this 90-pound girl? I can grieve that, and at the same time, I can still grow and become, maybe it's not gonna be that. I'm never gonna look like that. Guys, we don't keep it real. I'm 38 years old. I was 18 years old in a lot of those photos, probably 15, 16 in some of them. I'm never going to have that body again, and I can grieve that and at the same time grow into something even more beautiful.
If you could do anything differently, what would it be?
I would not spend as much time on social media staring at people with the body that I want, and I'd actually get up and work towards it. And that is really honest. The other advice that I would give anyone struggling with this is patience. I think so many of us have this idea, again, because of social media and reels. You think that in the 15 seconds a reel happens, we be seeing these transformations of people, and it's like, and she snatched. Be patient with yourself. It's not gonna happen overnight. I'm gonna be patient so that I do it the right way. I'm gonna be patient so that I am kind to myself along the way. I'm going to be patient because these things don't happen overnight. Habits are built in I think it's 21 days to build a habit. It takes time, but I think the key is, and I've heard this from so many trainers and just nutritionists, and just consistency is key. And it takes time to be consistent. If the expectation wasn't there and no one told you what you're supposed to look like in a bathing suit, and no one told you that you ever had to post yourself on Instagram again, and no one would you be happy?
Yeah, would you feel beautiful?
Would you feel beautiful? And nobody tells you about age. Me losing 20 pounds 3 years ago is totally different than me losing 20 pounds now. But if I'm real with myself, when I'm alone and I'm naked, my naked body don't bother me at all. It's when other people come around that I think about it. It's when you're invited to a pool party and you have to put a bathing suit on. I hope that if there was no expectation based on other people's opinions, society, Instagram, magazines, fashion world, I love myself with no makeup on. I love seeing my freckles. I love that I've got really tiny eyes and no eyelashes, and I see a reflection. I see a reflection of my dad and my mom and what they created. And I think as you get older, you appreciate those things. When I was younger, I was like, I'm gonna get a nose job. Now, I'm like, I don't know how to explain. I literally tell my mom, and I'm like, that would be such a betrayal to my face. I know that sounds really weird, but I am a reflection of who God created me to be and who my parents created me to be. I used to hate my hands, and I don't know if it's that my dad's getting older, but I look at my hands now and they look like little salchichas. I can see that. And in that same vein, I'm like, but they're my dad's hands, and I love my dad. And the day that he's gone, I will look at my hands and be like, these are my dad's chubby little hands. There's beauty in so much. It's not just what we see on Instagram and Facetune and all these things that we do. There's beauty in I don't know. I think there's something really dope about just being uniquely who you are and finding that. I love girls that don't wear any makeup, and I'm always so envious of they just walk out and they embrace that. There's something really dope about that. I heard Sarah Jakes once say this. When I would beat myself up, or she would hear her husband, Teray, beat himself, she'd be like, don't talk about my best friend like that. Don't talk about my friend that way. And imagine if we did that for ourselves. If we talked about ourselves, and actually that same, let's say your right side of your brain is damn, you look fat today, or you're so ugly, gosh, you have so much cellulite, right? And this side is don't talk about my best friend that way. Would you allow someone to talk about the person you love the most that way? Whoever that person is. Baby, I got so much cellulite behind these thighs of mine, but the person I love the most in this world is my mom. She got cellulite too. That's probably where I got it from. But I would never allow someone to talk to her that way. I would never allow someone to be like, ugh, those thighs are so fat and big. I would lose it. So even when someone like Lana is saying that, oh, I want a nose job, I'm like, you're beautiful, friend. And I would be so sad if your face was different, because I love that face. But there's somebody that loves that face of yours. So don't change it. Well, guys, for all that talk about liking my bald eyes, this lash is about to come off. So I'm going to tap out right here. I love you guys. I hope that anything that I've said here has penetrated your cerebral, and that you're I'm a little step closer to finding some self-love and some body confidence, some body acceptance. That y'all recognize that we are in this journey together. I don't know if it gets any easier, but it just changes along the way. And I'm down for the ride. Don't forget to subscribe. Mwah.